Thank you guys for coming out tonight. Tonight we're going to roast Miguel for his birthday. Hope everyone's ready. Our first roaster is going to be Mr. Eric Glass. Come on up here as soon as you're ready.
Should I be in a video shot or like for a reaction?
Do you really want to be on camera crying?
All right, thank you. All right, let's give it up for Ryan Griffin. Isn't he a very short man, ladies and gentlemen?
These are big boy boys.
All right, so looking out here, who we have roasting on, we have Chris Morningstar. Sorry, but whenever I see your goofy-looking bald head, Morningwood is just what comes to mind. And we got Justin Smith here tonight as well.
Oh shit.
For those of you that do know him, Justin is a funny guy, but we also needed a token black guy tonight, and so he fits the bill for that one. Justin also infamously goes by the name of Justin Credible, but some people do prefer to call him Justin Sufferable as well.
Now the secret's out.
And then speaking of insufferable, we have Brandon Griffin here then as well. Awkwardly, Brandon is the only man I've ever kissed on the lips. But more awkwardly, he has yet to tell his wife Kelly that I am the one he thinks about when they make love. Then we have Louis Rivera here tonight. I don't know Louis, haven't met him before. I'm told he is Miguel's brother, but he kind of looks like a half-retarded cousin, so I'm not too sure. And then that brings us to the man of honor tonight, Miguel Rivera. Have you guys seen the photos he posts of himself on Instagram? He's got like the arms hanging out of his sleeveless shirts. I can't tell if he's taking those coming out of the gym or if he's just been marching at the nearest Pride Parade. And Miguel and Heather, they've been married together now for over 9 years. So that's either a sign of true love or it's the strongest green card marriage I've ever seen. I don't know what's up with that haircut though. Did you go to like the barber and be like, hey, do you have something that can distract from my big ass forehead? And they were like, all right, I got you, fam. No, but all jokes aside, I'm really happy that I was here to give some jokes. You're a good man. You got good family. You got your kids, the attractive wife with the nice chesticles, and yeah, I'm really honored to be here, man. And up next, Brandon Griffin, ladies and gentlemen.
Keep the cameras rolling.
Scrub.
Very good, very good, very good.
All right, so before we start out, I want to say, look at all these guys up here. It looks more like a York County sex offender meeting on a birthday party. I'm really glad that Aaron didn't come, or we couldn't have been able to hold this party here, since I'm pretty sure that the fire hall's within 1,000 yards of an elementary school. Eric, thank you for being the first roaster tonight. It's not hard to go first. For those of you that don't know Eric, he's a Democratic Socialist, which means that he didn't prepare any jokes for tonight. Instead, he just let us do all the work, and then he stole 30% of each person's routine. Also, a big thank you to Heather for arranging all this. Where is Heather? There you are, you gorgeous little MILF. I can say that because Kelly's not here. So I think all the men in the room can agree that Miguel married way out of his league, right? Like way out of his league. Like, I wish I had known Heather like ugly bearded dudes with terrible haircuts years ago. Hold on, that wasn't the end of the joke. I wish I had known Heather like ugly bearded dudes with terrible haircuts years ago. I would have introduced her to Chris. I don't even know that guy, that's fucked up. Speaking of marrying somebody way out of your league, Louis, thank you for coming tonight. I wanted to say, if the whole marriage thing doesn't work out for you, I have two things I need to say. Number one, tell Tammy I said hi. And number two, for your next wife, you need to quit with all the bullshit and marry that one girl that you love more than anyone else.
You?
Your damn motorcycle. Seriously, how happy would you be if your next wife was able to go 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds, was able to generate 164 horsepower, 10,000 RPM, 91.4 pound-foot torque with a top speed of 186 miles per hour? Your nipples are getting hard, ain't they?
I think I gotta go now.
Justin Smith.
Oh shit.
I wasn't sure if he was going to be able to make it tonight, so I didn't have much time to prepare a joke for him.
Bullshit.
So late last night, I turned to the internet for inspiration. And oh my God, it was hilarious. For the first time in my life, I Googled jokes about gay wiggers with a lisp. And I was very disappointed when Google returned 0 results for gay wiggers. But then I looked at that little line underneath that said, "Did you mean?" And that's when shit got hilarious.
Oh man.
Ryan, of course, is my favorite brother. And by favorite, I mean he's the only one that still talks to me.
That's fair.
Ryan is an author, something I'm sure nobody here knows, since that's something he never tells every single person he ever meets. Dude, for real, we get it. You wrote a book. And then you wrote a book about writing a book. And next year, I'm sure you'll write a book about writing a book about writing a book. The cow is officially dead, you need to stop milking it. It's like a book version of Inception, and you're already way too many levels deep. And that brings me to the man of the hour, the reason all of us are here tonight. Miguel, I love you. No homo. And I'm sorry for all the racist shit I'm about to say. Here we go. Miguel and his family don't celebrate Thanksgiving or Christmas because Taco Bell isn't open on holidays. Boom roasted. I'm not saying Miguel's kids are bad, but last weekend when I babysat them, we played hide and seek. After they hid, I watched Lord of the Rings trilogy rather than look for them. Boom roasted. Miguel changes his hairstyle often, and I don't know if it's because he gets bored or because he's trying to avoid El Departamente de Inmigración. Boom roasted. Miguel, your hair is entirely too short right now. There's a reason why your people don't shave their heads. And that reason is because people like me like to call bald Puerto Ricans smooth criminals. Boom roasted. Miguel, your mother couldn't come tonight, so she sent me the recipe for your birthday cake, which I made. So it'll taste just like the cake she made for you growing up. It'll really take you back to your childhood once that 2.5 cups of adobo hit your lips. It's so good. Boom roasted. Speaking of mothers...
Every time, bro.
Speaking of mothers, please tell Nilda to stop sending me friend requests on Facebook. It's getting awkward. It's called hit it and quit it, not hit it and friend requested. Boom roasted. Miguel leans pretty libertarian on a lot of his beliefs, although I'm sure no one knows that because libertarians are very reserved people that never put their political opinions on Facebook, right, Ryan? Boom, double roasted. Miguel, I need you to stop taking gym selfies that show off your enormous penis. Last week, I was going through my wife's phone while she was sleeping, and I found that she had saved 3 of your gym selfies, and I zoomed in on your package. That's really not cool. This isn't a joke, I just need to get that off my chest. My marriage isn't doing so well right now. But seriously, Miguel is a great husband and a wonderful dad. He has a great big heart and is one of the most compassionate men I know. The world's a better place with him in it, and I'm proud to call him my friend. I'm even prouder of the fact that Heather trusted me enough to tell me those 4 little words that she likes to whisper into his ear to send shivers down his spine and make his toes curl. Make America great again.
That was all Chris.
Okay. Up next is Chris Morningstar. Give him a round of applause, guys.
That's some funny stuff.
Oh boy. Wow. It's great to see that people actually showed up for this tonight. I really had high hopes there'd be at least more than me. I'm so glad you have friends. I didn't know. So that's great. Miguel has friends. I'm impressed. So,
Only because there's food here.
I met Miguel a long time ago, probably before a lot of you did. You see, I work at the prison. And there was this working party to get people together to put them on the plane to go back to Mexico. And I kind of took pity on him and I said, you know what, we'll take him home. I need someone to mow my lawn. So he kind of got away, screaming something about he needs a chalupa, ran away. I let him go. And luckily Heather picked him up. And she's been tending for him ever since. No, really. We met at soccer. And as the coach, you know, they have to give out all kinds of papers for you to sign your kid up. You got papers for uniforms, you got papers for picture day. And then there was another paper that was slipped in there along with that, and it just had little words that said, will you be my friend? Check yes or no. I wasn't quite sure how to take that. So I just kind of, you know, looked back, and then he gave me these eyes like, so I'm still working on that, okay. And he's a good sport. Thank goodness he's a good sport. We go over to his house every now and then, play games. He likes to play Monopoly. Doesn't do so well. Don't let him tell you that he's a good sport when he plays Monopoly, though, because there's those laser beams that comes out of his eyes. You know, he hits the back of your head when you're doing really well. And you're like, what's going on? You turn around, and there's the knife. And it's like, he's picking his teeth. Everything's good. He secretly cries himself to sleep at night. But he's a good coach. He's a good coach for soccer, likes chasing the kids around. I think he cares about the field a little bit more than he cares about the kids. You know, get off the grass. Don't pull the grass up. Oh my God, give me 25,000 laps.
You gotta know that shit.
And that was his wife. That was his wife. She's running her around. Please, can I stop? He's a good dresser, you know, as we can see. You know, his personality is a little confusing sometimes because, you know, he's got the mohawk going on, and I think he's got a little bit of a split personality. See, you know, the angel and the devil that you get on the shoulders? There's a biker over here on this shoulder, and then there's a transsexual over here on this one. And in case you've ever seen his fanny pack, the transsexual straight up comes out there.
It's a satchel.
Oh, it's a European carry-all.
It's a satchel. Indiana Jones had one.
Indiana Jones had one. It worked for him.
Was that in the Walmart commercial?
And they talk back and forth, this angel and the devil on the shoulder. And then the devil screams at the other one, "You're making me look bad, S.A. You need to go away." And the other one is like, "But it's so fashionable. I just can't get rid of it." Especially when he likes to carry his firearm in that satchel. So,
Thanks.
just in case nobody knew. So I see Lewis is here. Thank God his brother's here, so I don't have to go looking for him anymore. So here's the story on this. I get this phone call, crazy, the other night. "Chris, I need you to come over to the house right away." I'm like, "Why? What's wrong?" "Oh, my brother's gone. I think he's going to do something crazy." I'm so worried. "I need you right now." There's these two voices talking, you know, one kicks in, "I'm so worried. Get over here right now." And then all of a sudden the big voice comes in, and it scares me a little bit. He's like, "Bring your gun." And I'm thinking, okay, Lewis is in some serious trouble here. So I'm like, all right, I'll help a brother in need. So, you know, I get my stuff together and I head over to the house. And he's sitting outside, pacing around his car. I'm like, okay, I'm here. What's going on? And he's got his European carry-all handy. And he says, I don't know. My brother's gone, and we've got to find him. Are you ready to go? It switches back and forth, and I'm like, okay, dude, it's okay. Let's get in the car and go. So he's talking to his family in Spanish, trying to figure out where Lewis might be. And he says, let's go to his house. I think it might be his house. And if he's not, I'll just get him some clothes, just in case he needs something to change into. So we go to his house. The dog lets him in, and he's in there, and he's rummaging around. 10 minutes go by, he comes out, he's like, I think I have something fashionable. He'll be absolutely fine. So we get in the car, and we start driving around, and we're heading down south on 83. He's like, I heard he's down south, he crossed the border, so we're gonna go find him. We're gonna get him. I hope he's okay. Oh, God. So when it was all said and done, you know, Lewis was hanging with his gang and, you know, throwing up gang signs and everything. Down at the Toms in Shrewsbury. Standing in the back all by himself because he's too afraid to go in the front, thinking they'd just arrest him for being on the premises. So him and his brother start talking, and Lewis is like, hey, I'm fine, man. Everything's cool. What are you doing here? Miguel's trying to act all big and tough, you know, and he's like, oh, I was just so worried about you. I'm so sorry. But I want to let you know I'm here for you, bro. It's good. If you need anything, I'm here. So it's like, all right. You can see the look in his eyes. I'll pity him for a little while, and he decides to take him with me. So he looks at me and he goes, here, Chris, take my car. Go home. Okay. I've never driven, you know, his car before, but he's completely fine with giving me the keys. So I'm like, okay, I'll drive the car home. He's with his brother. Everything is good. So I'm driving the car home, and I end up going past my place to get back towards his house, and this cop pulls out from behind the corner and starts following me. I'm thinking, great. This isn't my car. It belongs to a Mexican. And I don't know if there's any license or registration with it. This guy's following me. I'm going to get pulled over, and someone's going to think I stole this car. And then this little devil, an angel, pops up, and I think they followed from him and stayed in the car. So I hear this biker voice going, man, don't worry about it. You can outrun the police. It's all good. And then the other voice pops out, you know, I think you look really good in orange. And I'm thinking, Miguel is with me. Miguel is with me. But luckily, we got the car home and everything worked out. So I'm pretty sure Miguel is still checking on his brother regularly every night. Lewis, my heart is with you. So. But anyways, thank you everybody for coming out tonight. Miguel, you can see everybody here loves you. You know, you're a good father, you're a good husband, you're a good friend to everybody here, and we all hope you have a great night and a good birthday.
That's it, just wait.